Okay, good morning. We're still in our book, The Garden of Peace. Yeah? So we discussed, the first introduction was that what? A person cannot remove himself from the not being married, right? And not marry at all. Tzaddik, I'm going to learn for Hashem. No. Hashem says we come over here, we get married, and through the marriage, through the entity of marriage, having kids and so on and so forth, we're going to fulfill our tikkun. That's number one. Number two, yes.
With shalom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just
Yeah. Meaning married and be peacefully married. Yes. Number two, you cannot be married and know that your wife sort of has a problem and not pay attention to her problem and go outside and be a tzaddik outside and this and that, while meanwhile in the house she's suffering. Yeah? That was two examples that we shouldn't do. Yesterday, we said that what? We said that there are two major principles. Two major principles that Rav Berland emphasized. He said, one, knowing that a wife is the husband's mirror, and two, refraining from comments and criticisms no matter what. These two concepts we have to embed into our mind and understand that my wife is my mirror image. It's not easily explained because many times, if not all the time, we're completely different. However, we're exactly the same. Meaning, the way my wife is, I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, wait a second, that's not me. I'm not like her. Yeah? Could be she's clean, I'm not. Could be she's this and I'm this. Could be she's outgoing, I'm inwardly. We're not talking about this. Mirror image means what she's portraying to you in the mirror is exactly what you're portraying to Hashem. And therefore, Hashem, through her, is showing who you are. All your deficiencies, you're going to see in her. And therefore, he says, through fixing yourself, automatically she will fix herself. I know many people tell me out of the class, you're out of your mind. What, you crazy? It's no way. You cannot be, you're going to fix yourself, she's going to fix you. We have to try it, we have to allow it, and we have to stick to it, and we'll see that there's a big difference.
And
now,
fits the definition that I came to this world to
yes,
change only me.
Absolutely, yes. We came to this. Now, a very big concept is a woman can never accept any comments. Can never. We're not talking about chas v'shalom, bad comments. We're not talking about criticisms where, what are you doing? You crazy? What's wrong with you? No. We're talking, sweetie, I think it's a good idea if we do it like this. Boom. In her mind, you just ripped her. You made her that she's the worst person in the world. She's thinking, what? I cannot believe it. What is he talking about? Oh my God, I'm not fulfilling my mission that I want to be his only one and the best one and this and that. He says Hashem programmed the woman like that. Hashem programmed the woman like that. For instance, you want to make a lion to be a little puppy. A lion is not a puppy. You understand? When a lion's hungry, he's going to rip you apart and he's going to eat you.
That's the way he is.
When a puppy is hungry, he's gonna ask you, yo, roof, I'm hungry, and we're gonna give him food. Lion is programmed, I'm hungry, I rip, even you're my master. I'm gonna rip you apart, I'm gonna eat you. That's how lion was programmed. So he says Hashem programmed the wife to be this way.
Who? Right?
What? No. Hashem programmed the wife to be this way, just like like we said that she cannot accept comments, she doesn't understand the
Puppy?
No. I gave you as a puppy and a lion as an example, meaning, can you change the lion's nature? Absolutely not. A lion is a lion. You understand? Can you change a sloth's nature? You know what a sloth is? Sloth is one of those things,
Mad slow?
very slow. You cannot tell a sloth, Давай, быстро, let's go, get up on a tree. Yeah, that's the nature of a sloth. So therefore he says, Hashem made a woman a certain way, and you cannot change that. Do whatever you want to do, you cannot change that. One of the major things is, she cannot accept comments. She doesn't understand. Nicely. Sweetie, I think you should make the baksh this way. Oh, why? Huh? Even nicely. He's talking about, by the way, whatever he's saying nicely. Forget about not nicely.
You should tell that woman is programmed by Hashem. You cannot
change
the program.
Exactly. She's programmed by Hashem. She programmed by Hashem, and you cannot change the program. You hear? So that was what we learned a couple days.
Now,
Now, He says over here, observe and understand. Since the wife is the husband's mirror, he should know how to interpret what he sees in the mirror in order to reach the proper conclusion. We'll illustrate a few examples of how a wife serves as a mirror for a husband. Each husband should pray that Hashem, to pray Hashem for the wisdom and understanding of what he observes within his mirror. Meaning, you're supposed to, Hashem, please give me the understanding, the chokhmah, binah, da'at, so that when my wife does this, I can understand, okay, what do you want from me? How I have to change myself. Here, this thing is such a spiritual thing that if you're not connected to Hashem and you don't understand that this world is all spiritual, this world is physical, but this world is more spiritual than physical. Why? Because all this physicality, gone. It's gone in a second. You understand? But the spirituality, live forever. That's why our soul, which is purely spiritual, is a forever thing. You hear? And that's why many people who are not connected spiritually, you know what they say? Nah, this book, he doesn't know what he's talking about. This is not it's not normal, this book. It's not. No. It is normal. And he knows what he's talking about. It's not a heretic because, again, he's not saying I deny the Torah. He's denying the words of a Chacham that has proven this concept. He's proven that this concept works and that is legitimate. And therefore, now, let's get it. It says, Hashem governs the world according to ATFAT. That's a principle. It's called a turn for a turn. Yeah, he made a turn for a turn. For example, if a wife fails to respect her husband, then the husband is not properly respecting Hashem. If a wife doesn't obey the husband, then the husband in most certain is not obeying Hashem, and so forth. So he says, when I do something wrong in Hashem's eyes, and by the way, 90% of what we're doing wrong is covert. You know what covert is? You're in high school. My daughters don't need it. Don't worry about it. Nowadays, high school doesn't teach vocabulary words as they are supposed to. Undercover. Outside, we could be tzaddik yesod olam. But undercover, we have a very hidden part where we're not serving Hashem the way we're supposed to. We might be watching things that are not appropriate. We might be thinking things not appropriate. We might be in a place that nobody sees us and doing things not appropriate. You understand? So most of these things that we're saying, no eggs. Most of these things that we're saying, we are covertly not serving Hashem as we're supposed to. And then we get this thing from the wife. We're like, I don't understand what's going on. Yes, in the morning I wake up and I learn. Yes, I came and I did tefillin and I learned and I prayed 25 minutes Shemona Esrei. Yes, I did Birkat Hamazon and I did all the barachot. Yes, I do everything that I'm supposed to, and I get up when a 70-year-old man passes by and everything I do. And yet I get punched from my wife. I don't understand what's going on. You know why? Because undercover, when nobody sees you, when nobody sees what's in your mind, you're thinking things that are wild. And Hashem says, what? How can you be thinking of another woman while you're married? How can you be looking at that woman who's married and you're thinking, wow, I wish she would be my wife. Or I wish she would be like this and like that. You understand? Saying, what? Says, you know what? He says, your wife hears this. And when you come in and why is she acting like a dog? He goes, because you acted like a dog. You hear? You acted like a dog when you saw the woman, and what did the dog say? Row, row. Same thing he says, when she's gonna come, all of a sudden she's acting like a dog, and you're like, where's she coming from? I'm not understanding this. You understand? That's A. B, so remember, a turn for a turn. These are concepts you have to write down and review them. A turn for a turn. Whatever you're gonna do, Hashem is gonna show it to you through the wife. Next, Hashem shows the husband what he must correct by displaying that particular flaw within the wife. A woman's anger is indicative of her husband's tendency to lose his temper. A woman's disdain of certain mitzvot, modesty for example, indicates her husband's failure to observe that very same mitzvah. If he looks at other women, she'll most certainly try to attract attention from other men. You hear? So he says, man loves other women. So he's looking at it, wow, she's got a nice skirt. That one has got this one, that one. You know what he's going to do? He's going to make your wife all of a sudden not snood. She's wearing this, she's wearing that. You're like, what's wrong with her? How could she do that? You understand? He says, how she could do that? Don't you like watching outside? So that's what she's doing. Don't you like watching at other women? So she's gonna be pretty for other men. You understand? Meaning, it's like midah keneged midah type of thing. So through that, he's gonna show you slowly. And again, this has to be an understanding that one has to realize. Why? Because when he comes home, he's thinking he's tzaddik yisur olam. He sees his wife dressed not properly, and he's thinking, why you dressed like that? You know that's asur.
You
That's
cannot.
first of all, you cannot do that. But second of all, he's thinking it's her fault because that's halachically not correct. First of all, if it's halachically not correct, you should leave her it's between her and Hashem. She's gonna get punished for doing that. Nobody says not. But the real thing he's supposed to be thinking is, why is my wife doing this? Why am I getting this? If I'm doing what Hashem wants me to do, then why is she doing this? She's embarrassing me in front of my friends. It's that I also see women, and not that I see, I want to see. See, there's a big difference between I saw, and I do my business, and I'm seeing, where I'm actually looking out for them. See, Tuesday we had a class, and I said something a little bit honest, and everybody's like, oh, it's okay. One guy sitting on the corner says, you know, what he said, every man does. Why are you guys laughing? He just said, he said the truth. You understand? He said the truth. So why are you guys laughing? You also think this way.
Why he said?
And what? Whatever. He said something about like looking at a woman, thinking, wow, look at that. So everybody's like here, because whenever we say something, the truth, people get, you understand? No. Don't be afraid. You have to be in touch with the truth. Because once you understand the truth, you're able to fix it. The most important thing in Alcoholics Anonymous or any of these, hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm an alcoholic. You must. Some people say, no, I drink a little bit. I'm not alcoholic, I drink sometimes. No, I'm an alcoholic. I've spoken to alcoholics who are no longer alcoholics for the past 10 years. And you know what they say? Hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm an alcoholic. He hasn't drank 10 years. No liquor at all, 10 years. No liquor, 10 years. Kiddush with grape juice. No beer, no wine. Hi, my name is so-so, I'm an alcoholic. Never to forget that what? I will fall into this. Any man that will tell you, nah, I don't have problem with my eyes. Liar, gamur, shibegamur. This guy, you have to put his picture on the newspaper, big time liar.
Or maybe he's sick.
Or maybe he's sick, but we're not talking, usually these guys are not sick. Yeah? If Rav Kaduri had to close his eyes at 100 and not to be accidentally looked at a woman, accidentally, Rav Kaduri, right? And some of the other tzaddikim, we can say to ourselves, nah. Other women don't pertain to me. I only look at my wife. Big time liar. You understand? And we have some of those guys around our circles. But anyway, he says, modesty, your modesty. Now, a person might think, what? What do you mean? Where's my, I'm not showing anything. I go to the beach with like this. You hear? That's not the modesty he's talking about. The modesty of you searching and looking at other women. Wherever there's a place to see, your eyes are like eagle eyes. You understand? He says, no problem. You want to look? Okay. You look, but I have to give you what? A turn for a turn. I got to give you a smack for what you did. You hear? And therefore, we don't connect the dots. And what we did in the morning or yesterday or on vacation, all of a sudden our wives gets on our nerves after a month, after a week, and thinking, where is she coming from? I don't understand. Where she's coming from? She's giving you a turn for what you did. You understand? That was B. Number C, Hashem uses a breach in marital peace to stimulate a correction within the husband. For example, as soon as a husband acts arrogantly in the slightest way, his wife opposes him. If a husband has lewd desires, his wife won't stand him. If he desires other women, pornography, debauchery, then she'll be disgusted with him. It turns out that the status of their marital peace is an indication of what he needs to correct. Wow. Hear what he says? We men always say, nah, she's this, she's that, she's crazy. She's not normal. Who knows you do all these things? Who watches pornography in front of everybody? Nobody. But a lot of people do it when nobody sees. In the middle of the night, in the bathroom, in the this. People hear pornography. What do you? You have to come out and say, you know what? Shame on me. to yourself, I watch this stuff. Shame on me that I watch this stuff. But if you say, no, I know. No, it's normal. It's everybody does it. Yeah. That's not what we said. Everybody has to watch himself that he's not doing this. You understand?
By the way, there is no way not to watch if there is no filter.
Yeah, absolutely.
A good filter.
100%.
There's
100%.
no way.
Desire other women. How many of us, unless we're honest, right, say, I desire women? Or you're like, wow, oh, wow. No, it's all over here. We could be sitting tzaddik, reading Tehillim. All of a sudden we see something like, yo, what is that? Wow, that's crazy. You understand? Yeah? And you think Hashem doesn't know. Hashem knows everything. He has an angel that's standing all around us, yeah? And they're reporting to him, he says, oh, he just thought like this. Yep, he's there. Oh, a whole list of things, yeah?
Shall Alexander reported it.
We have to pay for that.
Своими глазами.
We have to pay for that. Guess what? Every action is a reaction. Remember Karate Kid? Karate Kid says every action, there's a reaction. Where did he get this from? You could think about anything. You could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want in this world. Hashem says, here, I give you the whole world. But guess what? Every action, you're going to have a reaction. Sometimes small, sometimes big, sometimes medium. But you're going to have a reaction. You understand? If a person is allergic to, let's say, nuts, peanut allergy, right?
You will stay away from
Some people are airborne. Ooh, they're very, yeah. Some people, they could touch it, they could feel it, but ingest it. So we have to, we know we're gonna get an allergic reaction, big time. So we have to stay away from it. But what do? We know we're gonna get an allergic reaction, but we say, I wanna take my chances. Says, okay, no problem. Take your chances. And we think that this time she's not gonna be that bad. And she's worse. And we're thinking, what did I do now? What did I do now? What did I do now? He says, it's all your fault. That's C. Number 3. Marital peace. Okay, good. Number 4. King Shlomo said, as water reflects one's countenance, thus one's heart reflects another's heart. Meaning, her behavior towards him is a mere reflection of his behavior towards her. If he treats her like a queen, he'll be a king. But if he treats her like a floor mop, he'll be a wet rag. You know, this concept is a very interesting concept. Shlomo Melech said this. I read in another pamphlet something wild. And I've said it here before, but it connects to this. He says, you know, did you have a feeling that you hate somebody and you don't even know that person? You had a feeling?
You don't know the person?
You don't know the person? No, meaning the person is here, right? Yeah. Like you see that guy? Let's say I don't know him, but I hate him. I'm like, I don't like this guy.
Dislike.
You know why I don't like him? Because he doesn't like me. And why doesn't he like me? Let's say I'm a gabbai in the shul. And I'm like, hey guys, let's go open the ark. He's thinking about me. What an arrogant this guy. Who does he think he is? In his mind. Yeah. Because he thinks of me like that in his mind, I'm thinking, I hate this guy. But I don't know why. It's a real concept. Wow. That concept is a tremendous real concept. And you know what he says? If you hate your wife, like this guy, she's going to hate you. And if you love her, if you're like, wow, she's a beautiful woman, she's going to love you. You hear?
Just in your thoughts, no emotions.
Just in your thoughts, no emotions. And you know what? Many years ago when I was 10, 11 years old, I don't know how I got this concept, but I was helping somebody and I said, you know what? Get up every morning and say, I love whatever, this person or this food or whatever. I love this person. I love this person. You're going to end up loving this person. It could be your worst enemy. You understand? Why is it that we hate our enemies more and more? Because each time we think about it, we hate him. But each time you think about him, you start, no, he's a nice guy, he's a human being. He's a creation of Hashem, miskin, it's not his fault. This and that. And you build your inner feelings of love towards him, you're going to see he's going to love you also. It's crazy. It's a crazy concept. Shows us that what? That this world is more spiritual than physical. Because what do you mean? He didn't do anything to me. I didn't do anything to him. How could I hate him by him hating me? I don't know what he's thinking of, but you do. Because there's a certain I don't know what you want to call it. Energy, I don't know, waves, I don't know what you want to.
Spirituality.
There's spirituality. Our neshamot are
Connected.
are in congruence with each other. They're not friends. So therefore he's thinking, who this guy, who does he think he is? In his mind, he's thinking, this guy, can't stand him. And all of a sudden I'm there, I'm thinking, why do I not like this guy? I don't even know. I never spoke to him. You hear? So he says, Shlomo HaMelech said this. That was D. Number E. Our sages said that a person with a nasty wife is spared from Gehinnom. The Gemara teaches that we must therefore accept the tribulations of a difficult wife with love, for a husband's suffering atones for his sins. Now, why is it that when my wife is nasty, I don't go to Gehinnom? Because you, Bubala, have done a lot of not nice things. And therefore Hashem's got to wash you out. So he can wash you out through many things, right? And therefore, if you have a wife that's very bad, but yet you love her, yeah, you don't hate her, you think, okay, I deserve it. Why? Because you follow his etta, you follow his directive. Therefore, you know that she's taking you out of the situation. It's like a dentist who's drilling and it's painful, but you know it's going to be better. You hear what I'm saying? Or you're taking this medicine that's disgusting, but you know it's going to heal your etta. So therefore, the same thing, what he's saying, she's going to give you davalenia, she's, you're taking it nice, she's cleaning you out that you don't go and get fried in the next world. You understand? So he says, my esteemed teacher, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak Binder, of blessed saintly memory, told me that not only a wife that curses and is called a nasty wife, but any woman that causes sorrow and anguish to her husband is regarded likewise. He says not only a bad one, Katori, she curses him and she does that, nobody should have this kind of wife, but even one that he just feels bad. She doesn't curse him, she's good, but there's something that maybe she doesn't cook for him all the time. Maybe she this, maybe that, maybe she herself is a little bit depressed. You understand? And therefore it causes you sorrow. He says even that will take you out of purgatory. If she's unkept and disheveled, she also fails in this category. The Gemara says in Shakti Vamot that even if she prepares him a wonderful meal, but she does something to upset him, such as ignoring him or turning her back on him, then she's also regarded as a nasty wife. Many times, they're not talking to each other. She cooks food, she puts it down, she walks away like you're a dog. It's not a dog. Why? Because at the end of the day, she puts it on a plate. He says, even that's considered a nasty wife. And if you keep your mouth shut, you're relieved from Gehinnom. You understand? Meaning, what usually the guy does? He doesn't keep shut. Church business. What am I, dog? Where are you going to put it? You don't want me to eat? I'll go to the restaurant before I come home. What is it? When you do that, what happens? Then you're going to have to get fried in Gehinnom. You understand? Why? Because you open your mouth. You didn't take this pramivanya, this washing. You didn't sit on the dentist chair and have like you did, right? So therefore you're going to walk with pain. You understand? So therefore, he says, slowly, so a woman who's overly meticulous about cleanliness and order is also a nasty wife. For it is difficult to live within her confines.
OCD type thing?
There's a lady that I know,
All around me.
OCD to the max. All the cans are straight. All the shoes are like this. The home museum. He goes, you cannot live like that. Why? The minute you put your jacket over here, why is the jacket here? Why is it like this? Why? I clean the house, I'm all sick, I'm this, and that. So the guy is walking around like, okay, let's say, what is the guy? Says even that's gay now. Look at all the different.
Also nasty wife.
Look at all the different parameters that he's giving us to understand that a difficult wife sometimes is not a nasty wife. A difficult wife could be a perfect wife. She cooks for him, she cleans for him. The house is spotless. His underwear is set like you don't know what. Everything's color coordinated and this, that. But it's difficult to live with her. Why? I can't move freely. And therefore, that's also difficulty. You understand? Meaning each person gets his difficulty from a certain different angle. He says, let's clarify. A wife doesn't become nasty wife on her own. If she torments her husband, then he deserves to be tormented.
Repeat it.
For there are no tribulations without prior transgression. Whatever Hashem gives a man, A woman that's clean, messy, angry, or patient is exactly what he deserves. So if she's what he deserves, why complain about her? It is her fault. Is it her fault that heavenly court has sentenced him to suffer? The wife is only a stick in Hashem's hands.
Puppet.
Instead of reprimanding her, let him open his heart and ears to Hashem's reprimand and take positive action to do teshuvah. You hear what he's saying?
Only messenger.
That's all she is. He goes, and if you understand that, why are you getting upset at her? Start working on yourself. You hear? This is something we have to read on and on again. That she, if she's messy and she's clean, she's not, even if she's clean, she's angry, she's not patient, you understand? All these things, it's like a dentist saying, by the way, after I do this procedure, you must do saltwater soak, put this thing over here so the blood collects. I don't want to do that. Okay. Then you're gonna suffer. You hear? So he says, he prescribed this particular wife for you. He prescribed this type of attitude for you, this type of messiness for you, this type of whatever for you. Why? Because he knows that it'll bother you. Some guys, I don't care, the house could be up, down, he comes in, I used to box him a lot. Others, they see it and they cannot. So either he can go crazy and say, yo, what is this? I don't understand. What did I come to, a pig farm over here? What's going on? Or he can understand, she had a hard day, a lot of the kids, this and that, and calm himself down and help her clean. And this way, Paramevanya.
And no comments.
No comment, never ever comments. By the way, throughout these pages, we're going to have Mr. Akilo here constantly say what? No comments. Because it's very important. No comments at all. A wife is programmed not to accept any type of constructive criticism.
That's what when,
Even nice.
that's what
Especially.
people that get divorced, and then she gets married, he gets married. Only a week, she's changed.
Yeah.
Why is she
Oh,
different?
oh.
Why is she different?
Oh. Yes, exactly. Why? Because he deserves other
He
medicine.
deserves better.
He has other things he's dealing with.
But it's the same with Chantakoy.
Exactly. Here's a very good statement he made. He says, why did my wife changed all of a sudden? Now she's married to this guy. She doesn't scream at him. She cooks for him.
He has a different
She's
type of
not
energy.
exact.
She has to match his.
Yeah. So now she is doing whatever he needs. You understand? Whatever that is, we don't know. Because at the end of the day, everybody outside sees that. Oh, Avro, Gan Eden. The Gan Eden, Nivotam, Shlom Bayit, like you don't know what. You understand? And nobody sees what's inside. You hear? So that's why, Bezat Hashem, we're going to end today because we have to go to work early. But just to say, Hashem uses a wife as a stick. He gives the husband the suffering that the husband needs because of his actions. Therefore, the husband must improve himself if he wants Hashem to stop the punishment from the wife. You hear? I got to improve myself. Don't worry about her. She is a stick. The minute I improve myself, all of a sudden she's completely different. But guess what? But you know when everything stops? After 120 years when we're down 6 foot on the ground. Because what happens is we're good. All of a sudden our Yetzer Hara goes, trats! And we start doing what? Start looking again at the women. Start thinking about stupid thoughts again. Start making things that upset Hashem. And what happens? She again minus gashtagi. Again her mind changes like, again she's like this. But we don't understand that, no. Again you're like this. And that's why she's like this. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen.